In this video, I'm going to explain what the major scale is, how it is made, and how you can use it on one string to play your first guitar solo in under 5 minutes. When asked what makes music sound good, one of my students said something quite interesting to me. I thought making music was like painting a picture. You can put the colours wherever you like. When making music, there are a few rules that you need to consider, and if you ignore all of them, you'll end up with something like this. Did you like that? No? Okay, well let's learn a little bit of theory to make something that sounds better. As Picasso once said, learn the rules like a pro so you can break the rules like an artist. The major scale sounds happy or euphonious. Because of this, the music we normally play to our children is in the major scale in the form of lullabies. You've no doubt heard of the major scale from Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do.
Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do.
So what is the major scale? The major scale is a selection of 7 notes which follows a fixed pattern of intervals. An interval is the name given to the distance between 2 notes. On whichever note you start from designates the major scale's key. Let's start from the open string 1, which is an E note. So we're in the key of E major. We will play the E major scale. The next note of the scale is 2 frets above. This interval is called a tone. So 2 frets. The next note is another tone higher. So now we land on fret 4. And the next note is just 1 fret away. This distance is called a semitone. So the distance of 2 frets is a tone. The distance of 1 fret is a semitone. We start again from the E string. And then the next note is a tone higher. The next note is another tone higher. Then a semitone higher. Okay, so now from fret 5, the next 3 intervals are all tones. So we're going to jump another tone, another tone, another tone, and then we finish with a semitone. So the major scale always follows this pattern of intervals. Start from any note, and then it goes tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Okay, so now you've played the scale going ascending. What you need to do now is go descending, which is backwards. You have to play the scale backwards, okay? So retrace your steps from fret 12. Okay, so I'd actually suggest that you go up and down that scale just a couple of times just to get like that map of those notes in your head. Okay, so for bonus points, can you name all of these notes? The answer is going to be in the description below, but try to figure them out for yourself from what you learned in the first videos, and then check your answers whenever you're ready. Now you know how to play the E major scale, we need to put this to practical use. So what you need to do is you need to go to YouTube, and you're going to type in backing track, followed by the key in which you want to play in. In this case, we're in E major. A backing track is basically a recorded piece of music which you can use as a practice tool. All of the music is going to remain in the same key, in this case in E major, so you can safely play all of these notes that you just learned in the E major scale in any order that you want. This is the part where you get to be creative. You can actually make music that you like the sound of, and once you can do this with the major scale, we're going to move on to doing things with other scales later on as well. Okay, so let's just choose the first example here, Soulful Mellow Groove Guitar Backing Track Jam in E. Okay, so when I press play, I'm just going to show you a few examples, and then you can absolutely just do things however you like. Okay, so while it's playing, I can just start with the first few notes. I'm just going to play the open string to start with. Okay, you can hear it already fits very nicely. The second note too. Okay, so you don't have to just go up and down the scale. Okay, you can actually play around with it. Move around randomly. and just get a feeling for the sound of each note. Okay, and you're basically playing a guitar solo. Okay, so there you go. You know what the major scale is, you know how it's made, and you can make a start on using it in a practical way. Okay, and in the next video, I'm going to show you my top 4 tips for soloing for beginners. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. If you like the way I teach, please click the like button. And if you really like these lessons, please consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me to know that you're there. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Cheers.